Buenas noches. Bienvenidos a la oración de la noche. El Señor Todopoderoso nos conceda una noche tranquila y un perfecto fin. Amén. Nuestro auxilio está en el nombre del Señor, que hizo el cielo y la tierra.
When I hear this parable, I often want to wonder, am I a sheep or am I a goat? Or, like my father taught me, how am I a sheep and how am I a goat? And what might this parable be saying to us as sheeps and as goats? Knowing that full well, it's hard to determine which side we might fall on. And the good news, I think, of this parable is that the final days, Jesus says, when the Son of Man comes in all glory and all the angels are gathered there, when God is sitting on God's throne, that the rubric for our salvation has nothing to do with being perfect. It has nothing to do with competition or with perfect doctrine or getting the right answers. But the rubric of salvation, the rubric of ultimate healing and transformation, rests and is measured by compassion. So the measuring stick for us isn't how perfect we are, but how close we draw to one another, especially in times of suffering. And Jesus names works of mercy or works of compassion in feeding, welcoming, giving water, clothing, sheltering, visiting, and bearing. All of these actions draw us closer to one another. And when we draw near to one another, when we open space to really see each other for who we are, when we meet each other in suffering, giving and receiving compassion, we open space to be surprised by God. Compassion allows us to move from charity to solidarity. As we draw closer through sharing in pain, we get to learn one another's stories. And through the learning of each other's stories, the hope is that our hearts expand and are transformed as we care for each other. This movement from charity to solidarity is an important one. I believe that what Jesus is after is, yes, meeting daily needs. It is the food pantry. It is the visit to the prisoner. And it also is the humanizing moment, the absolute surprising sacramental moment when we meet each other face to face, eye to eye, to say, I see you. And not only do I see you, but I share in this pain with you. That withness is the type of compassion that Jesus is after. As activist Lila Watson has said so profoundly, she says, if you have come here to help me, you are wasting your time. But if you have come because your liberation is bound up with mine, then let us work together. And so the way that I receive this parable and my deep hope for our church today is that we would see each other with the eyes of compassion, that we would share in each other's pain and meet each other's daily need from a spirit of our liberation being bound up together. And so I will close with these questions for your meditation, for us to meditate on as a community. When have you been shown compassion? When have you been shown compassion? And where and to whom is God calling you to offer compassion? Amen.
Oremos juntos. Señor Dios, ya es de noche. La noche es para la quietud. Permanezcamos quietos y tranquilos en la presencia de Dios. Es de noche después de un largo día. Lo que se ha hecho, se ha hecho. Lo que no se ha hecho, no se ha hecho. Déjalo ser. La noche es oscura. Dejemos que nuestros miedos a la oscuridad del mundo y de nuestras propias vidas descansen en ti. La noche es tranquila. Permite que la quietud de tu paz nos rodee a nosotros, a todos aquellos que queremos y todos aquellos que no tienen paz. La noche anuncia el amanecer. Permítenos mirar el mañana con ojos expectantes, con un sentido de nuevas alegrías y nuevas posibilidades en nuestras vidas. Todo esto te lo pedimos en tu santo nombre. Amén. Buenas noches.